You are listening to In Response, a legacy podcast. A show where three handsome guys talk about their favorite Magic the Gathering format, Legacy. This show is brought to you by createness@anycost.com and austrian-legacy.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/response_legacy. And now, lean back and enjoy.
Hello everyone, welcome to the, I think it's a 22nd episode?
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
right? Oh yeah. Monkey Island of...
In Response.
A legacy podcast.
I'm Philip Klein,
I am Daniel.
And I'm Peter Plank.
and we're talking about legacy.
Most of the time.
Oh yeah.
Monkey of the time.
I think maybe there will be a time where we can get this right the first time, but it's certainly not this time. So we are back for our 22nd episode now, and we start off with some private stuff like we always do, and I hope you liked our new intro that we had from our last episode.
Which was our special, by the way.
Oh yeah, our
Yeah.
anniversary special. We didn't have this in the title, so we just hope you
But
liked
we
it.
mentioned it for sure.
We mentioned it, yeah.
Definitely.
We start off with some private stuff. Who of you want to start? Let's fight.
I mean,
Peter.
I will go first. Okay. So yeah, shirt. I've bought my first user now. It was delivered, I think, 2 weeks ago, and yeah, really nice one. And we'll definitely look out for the next to come. Then
So you didn't get the one with the holes in it?
no.
At first you
It was
you
the-
showed me a picture. You wanted to buy a UCV which had a
Yeah, it
really
was
deep
really-
scratch until to the blue core, I think.
I was gonna ask, is this even an option?
It was cheap, but I can totally see it.
No.
It would have been a consideration if it would be at a more reasonable price. I even wrote this guy on Card Market, but unfortunately he sold it over a Facebook group already, so it wasn't available
But-
anymore.
Was it significantly cheaper than...
It was
A normal
for
one.
400 euros in
Yeah.
there, and I for myself would have paid a maximum of 250 or something
Yeah.
that for that, which would be half the price of an
normal, good conditioned one?
not good condition, is more like 550 to 600 euros.
Oh God.
And for
Prices
that
are
it
increasing.
would be kind of okay.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I
so
don't
I
see
got
them.
a really
see them
nice one.
trending down, really. So
I mean,
anything that's
they're-
reserveless is probably a good
they're-
buy.
They're currently quite stable, and I think you can get okayish ones on Amazon on Amazon.
Amazon. Tell me, where can you buy
Hashtag
at
not
Amazon?
sponsored. But we should be.
China fake prints, 2 euros.
but that's not on Amazon. That's on Wish.
Or Alibaba
No,
or something
on
like
Card
that.
Market, you can buy them. I would say there is a
That's the fake ones. I hope not.
no, the fake ones are for Wish only. No, I think on Card Market there is an Italian seller. I think it's 95 or something like that. He has like 6 underground seas that look good, I would say, and they're for 480 euros. So if you want to look out for some cheap ones, I think these are the ones to go. These are right in the middle between cheap and looking good. EV technically, it's kind of correct to buy those. It's the best buy. I think we can make a section about this for which seller has the best dudes on MCAM for the next time. Yeah. So to go a little bit further, I I had my first sailing regatta, I think it's called in English, this weekend. It was
Where?
It's near my hometown at the Stausee. How do we say this in English? It's basically where there is a giant
A traffic jam lake.
I think we can call it that way.
Like the water gets blocked by a dam
And there will be made.
There's for sure a right phrase for that.
Yeah. But yeah, if you know the movie San Andreas, because I've seen it recently, this is the thing that breaks in the first 5 minutes of the movie. And yeah, basically.
It is a reservoir, simply.
Okay, yeah.
In English.
So on a reservoir. And yeah, it was a okay showing of us. But we are in a catamaran, so we have to be really, really, really fast to have even a chance at competing at the top. One race we were like 7 minutes ahead of everyone else, but with the disadvantages, the handicap that our boat gets, we were in 4th place. So
it was a race.
yeah, it was a regatta race.
Okay,
There
okay.
are 4
I didn't know that actually.
races, and the 3 best showings count.
Okay.
And yeah, it was kind of fun to compete.
Did you
Again.
build your own catamaran, or is it?
No, it's a bought one.
bought one. Okay.
It's, I think, like 50 years old or something like that.
50 years. Okay.
It's bought from a friend. It's one another Austrian that always has his holidays on the Gardasee, on the Gardasee, on the Lago di Garda,
Lago
at
di
the
Garda.
Garda Lake. And yeah, I think 3 years ago or something like that, my dad bought the boat from him because he always went to the Garda Lake with one of his friends, and they bought the boat together. And yeah, his friend was unfortunately not able anymore to sail with him.
Okay.
So yeah, was kind of cool. And short series update, I really enjoyed Cutler. I really enjoyed New Girl. Definitely look it up. I think it's a little bit underrated besides How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, you have gotten in your show notes. New Girl was sick.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Even though the end was kind of hasty, but the problem is that the numbers, I think, on TV didn't match up with the series anymore.
Okay.
And the last,
So they had to cut it.
yeah.
Cut it
I
down.
mean, I don't think it was cut. Maybe it was made after the series continued, because there is a time skip about 3 years in between. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and definitely look out for. I think it's season 6, episode 2, if I remember. 2 or 8, I don't remember. Maybe we can put it in the show notes. It's a mashup with Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I definitely enjoyed this one. And yeah, that's for me. So Daniel, continue.
I shall continue.
You shall continue.
Speaking of, series, I'm not really watching any at the moment. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the last time. There's one series that I wanted to mention. It is called, it is the Spanish one. Can you remember, guys? Maybe I
You
talked about
mean
this.
House of Money?
No. It was different. El Inocente or something like that.
Yeah, you said something about it.
Yeah, okay. Just wanted to mention it. This was the last series that I watched. This was really, really good. But anyways, I made my Modern Horizons buyout, let's say, from my... I got my Ignoble Harax. I'm for sure using them in some... I'm not even sure if I'm using it in Legacy.
You will use them in Legacy, Chant. Am I right?
Probably.
One of us.
Green-
one of
green-
us.
green-
One of
Green
us.
Black X. I mean, this is the closest card Yeah, besides the big monkey card that it's getting to Effort Shaman.
Yeah,
But
besides
of
the monkey
course, there's
business.
also the big monkey. Yeah. But later, a little bit more on that, I would say. Yeah, and just bought some random stuff. Void Walkers. Endurance, of course. This card is just insane. And will go in every card, in every deck, in my opinion, that will fit the color.
Would agree on that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I don't like about it, actually.
You have to play it. And yeah, Doughty Void Walker is also in there. I'm not sure if this is an impactful card for Legacy. I'm personally more looking towards Modern. But I don't think there is a deck list that plays Void Walker.
I think I've seen some
In Legacy?
Yeah, in Legacy.
Yeah,
Death Gael or
yeah,
something
Phil
like
Gallagher
that.
had a Dead Guy Ale build
Okay.
where he played 2 to 3
Okay,
Void
yeah.
Walkers.
But it's not that impactful.
No,
No,
it's,
turn 1
it's
with a
playable.
Dark Ritual, it's kind of great.
Yeah, okay, it's
Or a Chromox.
Or a Chromox, oh yeah.
nice graveyard interaction. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
definitely
you
a
can
nicer
play the
dice.
cards that you exile.
Yeah, that's true.
And so if it sticks turn 1, it can get very, very good actually.
Yeah. But I'm definitely looking forward to build new decks and grind again with the new cards. Besides that, I got a new desk coming for myself.
Ooh, how
It's-
fancy.
It's just a small gift for myself because there was a really nice. How do you actually say it? It's like an action. It's like it is on sale.
It was on sale, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
in Action.
It's like we would say, yeah.
It was discounted.
Yeah, it was discounted.
It was discounted. Yeah, normally for Peter, you also have an height adjustable one, right?
Yeah.
A desk, and normally you have to pay up to at least 300 or more euros for something like that.
If it's non-premium, you can buy something for
Yeah,
300 to
I mean,
400. Yeah. I mean, you can buy, I think, DX Racer for about the price, and these are quite good work, I would say.
Yeah.
And yeah. But if you have it
Lower than that, it's not really.
lower than that, it's not really suggestible.
Yeah.
And above that, you have the things for, I don't know how to say it, for big offices. And there you have to think about between 1,000 and 1,500 or
that's-
something like that for a premium table.
That's totally insane.
But
I mean, it's the normal price there.
okay.
And
Needs this.
I have
okay.
some of them, one of them, but it was one that was
An old one.
it wasn't an old one. It was one that they showed to their customers. So it's
okay,
an example
yeah.
table or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And yeah, I've bought it together with my dad.
Yeah.
And because he has basically
Okay.
a company, so you have.
Okay. I mean,
So you bought it for you.
there was-
and
Yeah. So
there
it
was
a little bit
a
cheaper.
discount for mine that I got, which apparently has good evaluations.
Yeah.
And the price for the basic package of this desk was about 200 euros, and which is really good.
Quite good, yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's comparable to, for example, your desk. It sure would not be. But I took a little bit
I hope
upgrades.
so.
Well, you hope not, right?
I hope that there will be a difference.
Also, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah.
I hope it for me and don't hope it for you.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to that, and maybe we can maybe compare it somehow. we can track which one is faster.
And which one is bigger?
make it the desk race.
Mine is smaller but faster.
Yeah, mine might be longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yours might be longer, but mine might be not that thick.
Okay.
Oh my god, guys.
We're talking about tables.
Tables still.
Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing what you're doing. But for real, I think I'm the next one in line.
Basically, I just wanted to mention the dust thing.
Your long desk.
No, the next adventure that I'm doing. I mean, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't
tell
have
us.
any vacations to say. But this will be more spontaneous thing for me this summer. But hopefully now I can do my long bike trip to the Salzkammergut that we talked about, mentioned in the last episode, one of the last episodes. And it is a road of about 90 kilometers,
So 60 miles.
60 miles, something like
about
that.
that.
With
Yeah.
my racing bike. And I hopefully will get to do this on the weekends if the weather has...
Yeah, it doesn't look that great, at least for the next one.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But my hopes are high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you've
And I'm
got
looking for
a window where the sun.
Yeah, it just doesn't need to be raining, and then it's good for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very beautiful
Thanks, Philip.
location.
Okay, yeah, Philip,
and for sure, very beautiful day.
what's up with you?
And yeah, in my life, it's like always nothing much is happening besides work. But something magic related happened, and today was mail day. I've got my 19th duel now. Woohoo! I got a French French whitewater volcanic.
A French volcanic. Is it a French one?
A French. It's a
Nice.
Île volcanique.
Do you
Okay.
think about altering it with a French maid on it?
Or a French fry?
Maybe.
Or a French
Maybe no.
A French maid dancing on a French fry as it would be a pole.
Yeah, nice. Pole dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. It's getting late. For our listeners, we're recording this. It's 11:30
Something like that.
p.m.
Almost.
Almost. So, yeah, the jokes are getting a little bit easier. We would say flacher.
You would say
Flat.
yeah, flat. Jokes are getting flat.
how's it called? Under the good line, something like that.
Yeah, under the belt line.
Under the belt line, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the correct terminus technicus.
And I also got now my full playset. Do you say playset if you got all the fetches? Or how would you say this?
The full 40.
The full 40s of fetches. And I,
You have the full 40s of veggies.
yeah.
Oh my god, I don't even have them.
I think I'm missing only
I'm jealous.
2 or something like that.
I'm missing Eric Mason.
One Mesa.
You're
one,
missing
one-
Eric Mesas. You need the Mesas from Gino.
I mean, you got
Yeah.
4 Mesas from Gino.
Yeah. I think oh my god, Gino doesn't have. No.
You can't tell this.
I can't tell you.
He's listening. He's definitely
Switch to next topic. Yeah.
Okay, next. And then I also bought some nice new Madness stuff coming from Modern Horizons 2. And finally bought my Chain of Smogs for my Esper Witch build, which I lovely call my rich bitch.
Maricha Picha.
Yeah, it's basically Esper Mentor, the list from Callum Smith. But I replaced the mentors with Sedgemoor Witch.
So you replace good cards with
With bad cards.
okay cards.
But I'm playing blue. So
Philip is looking at the desk list and looking, how can I make this worse?
well, You're not wrong. At first I want to say you're not wrong, but you're wrong. I want to make it better by putting worse cards in it.
Yeah,
So that your opponent disrespect you.
Yeah, that's for sure the plan, because my dredge deck is also partially white border to distract my opponent.
Yeah.
And when he sees my white border bridge from below, he just goes, "What the fuck are you doing with your life?"
But Philip, to cut you off, you're talking about white border cards. That means you're talking about paper cards.
Oh yeah.
And there is something that happened on this upkeep. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, the suspend counters got removed.
From the local game stores.
Yes.
So Paper Legacy is starting this week on Friday the 2nd of July, where
Yep.
this episode also airs on 16 p.m.
So this is Paper Magic live again.
Yeah, this is like episode 5
With Paper Magic.
Yeah.
of Star Wars, the return of the Paper Legacy. Is it 5 or 6?
Return of the Jedi was 6.
Should be 6,
Yeah,
yeah.
this was 6. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6, yeah.
The New Night was the third
New
episode
New Hope.
of the ring, yeah. The New Night is the third movie of Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Switching realms all the way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't get that, but that's okay. And yeah, with this we are starting
Me neither.
up.
FNM is coming back to our local game stores.
And will you be there, Daniel?
Unfortunately, I can't be there.
Why? Oh my god,
Yeah.
you can't miss something so extremely important.
Yeah, I wish I could actually, but I'm heading to a friend's barbecue party.
So you say barbecue parties are more important than Legacy? Really, Daniel? I'm very disappointed in you.
Not in total.
Social
but for
interaction
this-
and magic, or only social interaction?
There's something missing. I feel it.
Yeah.
Beer is missing.
but beer is also at FNM. So.
For real, I can totally understand this. I'm also not sure if I can attend this.
Yeah.
So you're leaving me alone. I mean,
Will you be there?
You can
I'm
represent
90%
us.
sure that I won't be there, but
Yeah, I mean, all of us can't go.
there is the barbecue party of
All the barbecue parties.
of my, I think it's faculty at university, and as I only know 3 guys okayish, I have to attend something that is organized by
Yes, you've
my
got to.
faculty to that I get to know some people at
It
least.
is a different kind of gathering.
Yeah, definitely. And if the weather isn't good, I will definitely be there slinging some
Will you
cardboard.
also play the modern event there? Or just Legacy?
It depends. I think I will just be there for Legacy. Modern is just that it's... I mean, I think there will be more people for Modern,
Yeah.
and I'm more in line with the player base of Legacy.
Yeah, me too.
And yeah, I enjoy Legacy a little bit more, even though I really don't know where to build my decks currently.
Yeah, at the moment it's really
I think
hard.
that's a problem for everybody right now.
Yeah.
But the safest one would, of course, be just play fucking Delver.
The safest one
I
is
mean-
always play Uppsala spells.
By Ragavan,
Yeah,
play
true.
Delva.
Play Ragavan, yeah. Play the monkey.
And that inlines into the next topic.
Next, okay, yeah. But
We have the Ragavan index,
the
which
The Ragavan Index. So Peter, tell me, what's the Ragavan Index?
the Ragavan index is an index that shows the value of a copy physically or digitally of a Ragavan Nimble Pilferer in equivalence to a real Marmoset, which is the ape that is printed on the card. So currently the Ragavan index at the latest update from turn 1 Thoughtseize is at 18.7. You need 18.7 copies of the non-foil, non-full art Ragavan to buy a real Marmoset. Or you need 10 foil normal Ragavans to buy a real Marmoset. So that's the Ragavan index.
That's monkey finance.
That's monkey
It's
finance.
It gets crazier the lower the index comes, basically.
I mean, yeah, you have to think about this. 10 stupid
But
cards of paper or a real animal. But if you think about this, you can have one $500 card, how is it called in English? Paper thingy.
A card.
And it's nearly worth a real Marmoset.
Yeah.
But now I'm asking the real questions. How much is a foil Ragavan? That you need 10 of them to buy a Marmoset.
You could calculate it. If you have 18.7 for non-foil,
But then we would need how much?
I mean,
Yeah, but
we need
50 euros.
the American
Okay.
prices.
about 50
but yeah,
euros.
I think it's American
times
prices, yeah.
18.
It's American prices, yeah.
Okay, yeah, $60. I don't know, maybe.
I think it's more like 70 to 80. Maybe we can look at
So about
I don't
2K?
think that's. that
four
high.
Ragavan
It should
are
not be.
320, so we are at $80 for a Ragavan in
$80 in paper.
paper.
In paper. Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
I mean, we can calculate it easier with MTGO prices. 14 Ragavans, and it's 120 for a Ragavan. So we have 1,200 plus plus 4. So it's about 1,700.
700. Yeah.
Yeah. So
16,
1,700 for a real
1700
Marmoset.
for Marmoset. Yeah.
That's right.
Or
I mean
14
people,
MTGO copies of the card, because Mana Traders doesn't give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Don't you have them? Or?
But
But it's a different topic.
why is this card so damn expensive? Because every deck is playing it.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Yeah.
It is.
It's just
If you're
crazy.
red, then you should play it. If you're
Most
not
of
in
the time,
red,
yeah.
you should probably
Yeah.
play red and play it.
I mean, if you use red as one of your main colors and not one of the support colors, I think you should play most of the time Ragavan.
Yeah.
But for something like Jessica Standstill, which uses red mostly for sideboard cards, it doesn't make sense to make your mana substantially worse just to include the Ragavan in the main deck.
Yeah, but any red deck, especially of course Delver, will and should play, in my opinion, 4 copies. Some are playing 3 copies, but not any less copies than that, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we see this very impressively by the latest winner of the Legacy Challenge, by Daniel Götzl on
Dukat.
Gul Dukat. He has won the latest Legacy Challenge with Blue Red Delver again.
Yeah.
And he also plays 4 Delver Secrets, 4 Ragavan, 4 Dragon's Rage Channeler, and I think 3 Murktide Regent.
3 Murktides. Yeah.
So almost the whole creature suit is from Modern
Completely
Horizons
new, yeah.
2, and I think that's... I don't want to say it's a little problematic, but I don't like the direction that we're heading.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't care at all for a card like Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's a $2 card.
Yeah, it's an uncommon. That's totally fair. That's
and
totally
even
okay.
if it's a good, okay, it gets banned. But how much money I have spent on this card? Like $10 for a playset.
Yeah, that's
I don't
totally
care.
fair. Yeah.
But about you win it within the FNM if you play the card.
Yeah.
3 months.
So it is a money back guarantee.
Yeah, it's kind of okay.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is I think that there's like these things have started with Uro or with Oko. I'm not sure now when these things started, but you suddenly have these chase cards in new sets that are getting incredible expensive.
Yeah.
Like Ragavan now and Murktide Regent and basically all the cards from Modern Horizons 2.
I mean, technically, do you remember the time of Chase the Mind Sculptor in Standard?
Yeah, it was crazy expensive.
I think it was about 100 euros or
Yeah,
something
even
like
Yeah,
that.
also
Even
Tarmogoyf was a 120 euro
Not
card.
in Standard.
Okay, not in standard. No, really,
But-
not in standard because.
But it was 150 euros for Modern.
Yeah, but
And it was insane. It was
Yeah.
120 after 3 reprints or something like that.
Yeah.
But even Tarmogoyf was very expensive in standard because when Tarmogoyf first came out, it was totally undervalued and people have sold them for 1 to 2 euros. And suddenly it has taken off and then prices went to 35 and 40. And that was, back in the day, that was insane for a standard card. I mean, no standard card was ever more worth than 10 to 15 euros.
And I think it should have stayed that way.
Yeah.
But the problem is that Wizard wanted to print as more special rarity than rare. I think it all happened with the lower density of the mythics that are coming out. I mean, they're kind of doing something that is better with them introducing set boosters, because there are more rare cards and mythic cards now handed out as if you would buy normal draft boosters. Just because there are, I think, guaranteed 2 rares or something like
free
that.
rares. Free rares.
Or,
Free rares, yeah.
and it can be up to 4 rares in the pack.
Yeah.
And or mythics. And that is huge, because that means now for a nearly similar price, you're getting more value for yourself. And there are more rares and mythics coming out. So the rare slot is now less valuable. But the problem is that there is always the one chase mythic in there, or even a second one. And these are getting ridiculous prices. I mean, Murktide is a mythic and it costs about 20 euros or something like that. And then you have Ragavan, which is another mythic from the same set. I mean, it's played in more decks because Murktide is played in one deck, or even, I think it's basically 1 or 2 decks in
each format.
In Modern.
Yeah.
And in Legacy, it's nearly the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, the prices on Ragavan is basically insane. I think Ragavan is, on the one hand, a commander card. You
Oh, yeah.
can play
Definitely
an
a
Agro commander
Yeah,
if you're
also
playing
drives the
1-1
price,
commander.
yeah, the price.
I think in Commander this card is just absolutely bonkers. It's just the one drop
a
that
turn
you
one-
want
Yeah, you need a turn 1 removal for the Ragavan.
for the
Also in
commander.
Yeah.
I mean, he wins the game within 10 turns, if you think about it. But you need 10 turns for
Yeah.
the commander damage. But
But you draw cards.
you draw a
And you
lot
ram.
of cards in a mono red aggro deck.
Yeah.
But this is competitive commander, which I mean, competitive commander is something that I can, if you played 1-on-1, is something that I can be behind. But the problem is that Ragavan is just a mainstay for a lot of decks in Modern and Legacy, and I personally have the feeling, at least a little bit, that it can be a rotating card, in which, I mean, it's basically nearly the same as Ren and 6. It comes in, you play with it for 3 to 4 months, and then it gets banned. And this is
But we're not advocating here for a ban. So
No, but we have to see the meta develop. But it's just, I mean, we had the thing with Oko that we have to buy a card for an expensive price, then it gets banned everywhere. We had that thing with Uru. I mean, Uru is perfectly fine for Legacy.
Yeah.
But if you talk for a Modern prospect or a Modern player,
Or just for the financial.
yeah, the financial spectrum, it's just paying 50 to 60 euro for a card, and then it gets banned in most of the formats. And I mean, it's the risk you take with playing the game, but I don't want to have the risks too hard. It's kind of okay for me.
It's extreme nowadays, I think. It's not like back in the day you had the risks if a card was too good, but it's one card. And now and how often do you had that? You had it maybe once a year?
Yeah,
Or
maybe
one time every 2 years?
something like that.
And
yeah.
now you've got it basically every set, and they release even more sets and even more bonkers cards, and it just gets hard to justify shelling out 240
€40 for a playset of Ragavan.
Yeah, and until the next set comes along, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's not
feels-
the next set, but I think we have something like that twice a year nowadays.
And that's hard.
And that is way too much for the stability.
The problem here is that with the sets, Wizards is bringing a little bit of a standard flair to Eternal formats.
Yeah, we have a rotating form basically.
In a way, yeah.
I mean, it's not really a rotating format.
I think
It's-
a lot of the cards are fine for the format, and they will incorporate it and will be just breathe new air into the format.
Yeah.
And I personally really like this.
yeah, I totally agree.
Cards like Dragonrage Channeler, there's this new removal spell with Delirium that is getting played.
Unholy Heat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are cards that I think are really fantastic. The new Green Urborg, the Yamimaya
Yamimaya.
land.
Yamiyaya.
Yavimaya.
I think also Endurance, in my opinion,
I
really
think
great.
if we wouldn't have Endurance by now, we would have seen something from Delver Band within the next 2 weeks. Because I think without Endurance,
Oh, yeah,
Blue-Red Delver
definitely.
would be just 10 steps ahead of everyone.
And
yeah,
I think the one really wiggly card is Ragavan, because it might just really be too good, and people are comparing it rightfully to Deathrat Shaman, and
I mean,
this
I
is
for
also a
myself
card.
think Deathrat Shaman is still a little bit of a better card.
I think
it's
it's
in
on the
better
same
colors.
better colors, but I think it's on the same level.
I think Ragavan is a little bit below. But if we are talking about Deathrat being a 9.5, we are talking about Ragavan being a 9.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's still the same. It's up there, you know.
It's up there.
And
Not
it
far
is
behind.
over Night of the
The
Relic
question
Bearer.
is-
Over
it-
9,000.
the question is it over the top, and
Yeah.
you can't really tell, and I think this makes it really problematic if you want to play the new cards and the new decks. It makes me personally really hesitant. Oh, they want to really cash out this €50 for or $80 for one copy of a card that might get banned later on.
Yeah.
I don't feel the risk for Endurance for all the other cards. I'm honestly happily paying my €20 for Endurance or something like that, or I don't know,
Yeah.
€18 was the price. But I really can't say the same thing for Ragavan right now.
I mean, and it's a difference if you think about this. Yeah, you buy Ragavan because you have the feeling that it will get at least 1 month or something like that, and you are sure that you will play 4 FNM with the card. You have 2 big events or something like, if you live in the Channel Fireball location or something like that, if you think you have bi-weekly 1K or a 2K or something like that, where you can play the card. And then there is the Legacy GP, where you are pretty sure that Ragavan won't be banned 1 week before or something like that. So you have basically the 4 preparation tournaments you needed for the GP, and you have 2 tournaments where you can cash out with the card. Then it's okay for me to pay like €150 or something like that for a card, because I know that within the next month I need it a lot. And if it will be banned after the tournament or something like that, or 1 week after, because then there is the big presentation of the meta share, and then Wizards of the Coast can decide what to do. It's kind of okay. I mean, it's a bummer, but it's okay. But if you play bi-weekly or something like that in an FNM, where you pay €3 or €4 for an entry and get, if you go for €10 credit for the store, it doesn't make sense to cash in €200 for a card, something like
Yeah.
that. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but that's a problem with Legacy in general. I mean, we are playing here with decks that are 4,000, 5,000.
10,000. Yeah, but You know that the reserved
yeah.
list card stays about the same and will get expensive all the time.
But it's strange. It's a strange feeling actually for me to.
I mean, it's the same for me. I've bought an Underground Sea for 550 euros, and then I'm really fine with it.
And then we're playing FNMs for 3 euros. That's always kind of strange. If I wouldn't love this hobby and this format that much, I probably would have sold out long ago.
I mean, but the problem is, I mean, you saw. I really thought that Uro will get banned somewhere and somewhere, and I've borrowed Uros for the last year for every event that I could.
Yeah. we had such a cool meme.
Yeah.
I think it's Joba99. He has one meme of me on Twitter. It's just, I'm once again asking for your Uros.
Yeah, it's Bernie Sanders basically with Peter's face on it.
Yeah,
that was so great.
And that's a problem because the new cards are now just so expensive. I mean, reserved list cards are just ridiculously expensive.
And now all the other shit gets ridiculously expensive.
And as an example, we have for Card Market Force of Negation, which is basically now at 70 euros, which was 2 months ago at 48 euros because a friend of mine bought one, 2 copies of it, and it just doesn't make any sense that the rare card from a recent set with it's a special printing, is now fucking 70 euros. It should be in America at about $90 to $100, and it's just insane if you think about it. This is not the game-winning Chase the Mind Sculptor. This is a fucking support card.
It's even with the analogy with Chase is a little bit
Chase doesn't make
wrong.
It should never be that expensive.
Yeah,
but it's not a mainstay.
Print card, and I can get behind reserved list cards being expensive because they have the reserved list and they won't ever get printed again, and there are not many in circulation. But how many Force of Negations are there? Some millions.
And another thing for circulation, we've looked up Retrofit the Foundry, and there are fucking 50 copies of Retrofit the Foundry at Card Market. It's 48 copies are available for the whole European market on Card Market, because basically everyone inserts their cards if they are selling them on Card Market. There will be local stores, so maybe there are about 100 Retrofit the Founders that can be sold within Europe, and this is insane. You can't have a card this important.
They're currently sold.
Really, really hard sought.
So get your Retrofit
not
the Foundry
on the list.
MTG Finance at its best.
Basically, we've looked it up. It's more in line to buy the Commander deck than buying a one copy of Retrofit the Foundry. It's insane, and this shouldn't be where it is. And something like Retrofit the Foundry should be on the list. It should be on the list. Something like Force of Negation should be on the list. But there is a reprint that is happening from time to time, and make the list more important. Even charge $20 per set display more, but kick out the really, really bad stuff that doesn't need to be reprinted and pump up the value a little bit. But
this, Wizards of the Coast would have to acknowledge the secondary market, which they can't do and won't do.
But it doesn't matter. It's supply failure on their side for something like Retrofit the Foundry. It's not that the card is crazy expensive. It's 30 euros and it shouldn't be where it is. But there are only 40 fucking copies available on the market. It's a supply issue, not a price issue on this side.
That's
and Force
true,
of Negation, fuck it. I mean, it's
I'm so happy that I bought my 2 copies
I
back in the winter.
I have 2 of them. I bought them for 35 euros, and yeah,
Hey,
it's
I
kind
mean,
of
you
okay.
did better than me, so stop complaining. I bought them for 50.
Yeah, it's just insane.
And yeah, this keeps happening.
Yeah. So I think we're really, really late. So
Yeah.
a short vision on the D&D spoiler impression.
Yeah.
Do you like the set? Look-wise,
We won't go over the cards
No,
at the moment.
I think there are not really any cards to be really mentioned at the moment.
currently not.
A few nice mechanics.
Yeah. I
I
like the artworks.
yeah.
the
I
style.
like the flavor. Oh my god, the set is so incredibly
Yeah, so
flavorful.
if you like D&D, you should really have a look on this card. as
Even
well.
just if you like
Fantasy.
generic fantasy, the old hero versus monsters trope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like something like that, in that case, go over to D&D, take a look at it. Maybe you will like it also.
Yeah.
The flavor is just so great of this whole set.
For sure. And yeah, I think if we have something substantially printed in there, or even not,
We will mention it
we
for sure
will
in the
have
next
a
episode.
fringe playable Dead Gale card in there, I'm pretty sure.
Something
So we
fun.
will talk about it next
Oh,
episode.
I always hope for something that will get a Mardu mid-range style deck going, and it just won't happen.
I mean, you got Ragavan. Aren't you complaining?
Yeah, Ragavan is
Ragavan is your
probably
Mardu
the
mid-range
best-
card.
the best thing
I
that Manu
would-
got.
Yeah, that's probably true.
And
But
in a
I
long
can't.
time.
I can't try it because they're too expensive.
Yeah, I know.
I should totally prox them.
You should borrow 4 of them with your Mana Traders subscription, but I think they're
That's
over
it, yeah.
400.
Yeah, I can. But I can with my Mana Traders. I can rent until 450 or 430.
So you can borrow 3 of them.
No, I can borrow all 4 because they're 412 or 420.
No,
The
they're
set.
472.
472. Okay, then I can borrow 3 Ragavan. Yeah, that the case with the rental services is probably something for another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think we will do something like the shortcast on this one. I really, really would enjoy this.
yeah, we certainly have to do a shortcast again.
Because
cool.
Because this is something economically really, really interesting. But economically interesting for Wizards of the Coast, we will announce now the end for Magic Legends, which is a huge fail for Wizards of the Coast on the digital market.
What a surprise, actually.
I mean, I played the game. It was kind of okay for me. The graphics were shitty, but I enjoyed playing it a little bit. But I only played for 1 hour or something like that.
The tweet or something where WotC has announced this. Oh my god, where
There
is
was a
this?
sub-tweet on, or a retweet on this from an alpha tester, and he basically stated that nearly the whole feedback got ignored or something like that. And
I only watched the evaluation video of day 9.
and he basically destroyed it. I mean,
Yeah, and he's always this kind and you know nice person that
Yeah.
always tries to see the positive side of things in what he's talking about, and he completely trashed the game.
yeah, it was a shit fest.
Yeah.
But another thing of Wizards of the Coast, and they basically
So I
have
I
now
found the
the
announcement.
D&D game.
A D&D game.
Yeah, there is the new Dungeon.
But no, just
okay,
wanted,
just the tweet?
I found the message. It says, "Hello, Planeswalkers. It is with heavy hearts that we announce Magic Legends will be shutting down on October 31, 2021."
So we have about 3 months to play it.
Yeah.
To grind it.
I mean, the whole things bought will be delivered back.
It's so funny. Our vision for Magic Legends missed the mark, but we're proud of what we achieved.
I mean, if the achievement is running it down, it was definitely a success on this front. But
we know that Wizards simply can't make functioning software.
I mean, the problem was not that the software weren't functioning.
Yeah, but the game was bad.
It was that the concept was bad. The problem is that you have had to buy everything, and that doesn't work for a game. You need to move the assets majorly into cosmetics, because the game won't flourish if you have to buy to compete. If you
Like
have something
Magic.
in cosmetics, it's really, really kind of okay. But yeah, maybe we talk about the D&D game another time.
Yeah, I gotta say I haven't heard of this at all. So
It's-
maybe I should educate myself on this topic.
Yeah, it should be quite fine to play this 4, but really, really hard to impossible if you play this 1. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's designed to play it together with friends.
Okay, yeah.
So it
Okay.
kind of makes sense. There are really critical reviews about the game that say it's utterly trash, just as Magic Legends. And other say it's really, really cool if you play it with friends. And they really, really, really recommend it if you have a play together with them.
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
there are quite mixed fronts. For solo players, it's definitely not recommended. But yeah.
Yeah, I think with this we can wrap it up. We had a little bit of a strange episode for this time. But I think with the return of Paper Legacy, we can bring you a little bit more exciting content in the future. And when we play our games slinging cardboard, then we have certainly better educated impressions of the format. And with this, I think if you like what we are doing, then you can always follow us on Twitter. It's @response_legacy. You can find me on Twitter. It's @PhinikMTG, PHINEKMTG. And where can we find you, Peter?
You can find me at Unicorn Lord without MTG on Twitter.
always get this
But
wrong.
another thing I want to recommend you, if you like what we are doing, you can recommend us to your friends.
Oh, yeah,
or your
that's
local
what I
game
forgot.
zone or game store.
Or your parents.
Or your parents.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even your significant other.
Yes.
yeah. Or
Everything
your
that-
piggyback. But yeah, if you like what we are doing, recommend us. It means a lot to us. And yeah, definitely another shout out to our our Reddit listener that is always cheering us up on Reddit.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. His comment was so great. He was still listening.
It really means a lot to us. And where can we find you, Daniel?
Also on Twitter, it is @FlyingDelver, also without MTG.
So I'm the only one that has this. And if you got feedback, you can write us an email in -response@gmx.at. And yeah, we see you again in 3 weeks and sling some cardboard.
In response, we count the spell.
This was In Response, a Legacy podcast. If you enjoyed the ride, feel free to support the show by following, leaving a review, or subscribe on patreon.com/response_legacy.